Hi, welcome to another episode. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about Far Cry 5 and answer the question, is it worth buying it or not? It's 2022, the game got released about 4.5 years ago, so it has been some time, but what I want to see is if the game holds up till this day, because there are a lot of games in 2018 that still hold up. But disclaimer, before you go and buy the game, go watch a different review as well so you can see a different POV, not just mine. Don't just take my opinion, because I can be biased on some points that other people think are amazing, okay? So just go watch a different one just to reinforce your decision on buying this game.
Someone else to solve my problem. Done.
The story in Far Cry 5 is just not good. The plot has a lot of potential, and the main antagonist of the game is very good, Joseph Seed. You know, a very well built character, very grounded. If you stick in the game long enough, you're gonna hear a lot about his wife and kids and all that. So it's a very good character. Very delusional, makes it as the perfect antagonist for this game in my opinion. Then also you have the three brothers and of course their sister, so two brothers and one sister. You got Faith, the sister, and you got the brothers Jacob and John. My personal favorite is John, but they all serve, honestly in my opinion, as good. They feel like generals in Joseph Seed Army of Destruction, even though sometimes it feels like John is basically Jacob, just with a different haircut and a bit taller, but I can stick up with that. But like, going back to the plot, a lot of potential, but failed to keep it up. There's either a laziness from Ubisoft part, or they just couldn't get the job done, but I believe it's the first one, because you got games like Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, which have great story. Also, the story missions are kind of bad in my opinion. A lot of times the story can like get stale and repetitive. Play for like 2 hours. I would say if you can just complete half of John's region, the entire game feels the fucking same. Nothing changes really. You got all the mechanics, all the feeling of the game just in 1 hour. Then it's just on repeat, just the plot is slightly different. You meet new characters, but it's basically the same thing. Also, a lot of times side quests feel more important than main missions, which is not a good sign. The story missions, again, they don't feel like they advance the plot in a good enough manner, and they kind of sometimes for me just misleads me in which way it's supposed to go. So I don't know what to say about that, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt. The side quests are actually kind of good, like they're really good. I really like them. You get like all that shit. You also have Pepper Stash, where you can just get some easy money really. I'll go to that location, I'll find a note and blah blah blah, you get that. You also have Outposts, which I kind of like them honestly. Main story, fuck no, that's bad. That's genuinely bad. And let me not start about the protagonist. Ubisoft, there's in like the whole character not speaking thing, it's like a double-edged sword. You got Ubisoft is just lazy and lost faith in putting in the work, which is probably that. Ubisoft doesn't even care anymore for their characters, and a lot of times in the cutscenes where you got a lot of emotion going through villains or either normal people, you leave a lot of space in between dialogues where it just makes you feel awkward and not as important and way less emotionally caring. And that just kills the whole vibe. Come on, Ubisoft, just do better.
Judge not, and you will not be judged.
Now, moving on to gameplay, all I can say, it's decent actually. Well, I'll split it into categories just so you understand what I'm talking about. Combat, I believe the combat is good. That's where the game actually exceeds at, because the combat is genuinely good. Melee combat, that's nice. Air combat, cool. You know, we have planes that shoot bullets. What more do you want? You have helicopters that drop bombs. What more do you want from it? Cool guns. Sniper is probably my favorite one, definitely. But the AI, god, oh my god, the AI is so bad, because I can crouch in front of a man after looking him in the eye, hide over the rock, Nobody knew I was there. I'm literally like Santa Claus. Nobody knows I was there. Yeah, the AI is not good, but the driving is actually good. I'm not gonna lie, the driving is good. You have a lot of cars to choose from and some decent enough customizations, really. Piloting, you have planes that shoot bullets and also helicopters that drop bombs. Skill tree, no. All I have to say is that it's no. It's not good. A lot of useless skills, and also they ask for a lot of skill points for them. Are you kidding me? 9 skill points for a single skill? And also the whole roster, you know, the helping, the partners in the roster. That's good. Fishing and hunting, no point for them. The fishing is bad. The hunting doesn't give you anything. No upgrade capability or even crafting stuff. You just can sell the loot, but really $150 doesn't really sound like something promising, really.
Come in. Over.
Like me.
Please.
Another really big problem that I have, I guess, is the fact that you can actually advance a lot in the game, and I'm talking about main story, without actually doing the story missions. You can literally just do the spontaneous objectives, you can literally just rescue people around the map or blow up stuff and all of that. Really, it's that simple, and you can advance in the story without even doing story missions. Are you kidding me? The open world, come on, really? You are kidding yourself if you're telling me the open world is good. Because let me tell you something, the world is so big, looks so average, and doesn't have a little bit of life in it. Dead. Simply just dead.
What if Joseph is right? Did you ever stop to think about that? Everyone thinks he's crazy, but he's not.
Now, really, just in conclusion, is it worth buying the game in 2022? Yes and no. I'm pretty sure the game is actually pretty cheap because of its age, but it didn't really age that well. If you're looking for a good combat game, just have a little bit of fun, maybe co-op with your friends, make some, have a good time, definitely, yeah, it's worth your money. But if you're really just looking for a good story game that, has a good open world and all that, and a good story, no. Please don't waste your money. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just subscribe please, like the video, because it would really help me with knowing if you want more of these videos. Comment, because it helps the algorithm, and that's it really. I was Sweet, and see you next time. Bye bye.
The Father gave you a chance for salvation and you threw it away. Look at what you have done. Look